this exhibit, a knife was laid down near the body in the alley. Did that suggest to you that the victim died from a stab wound? An autopsy provides the facts. With the gunshot wound we can see, I suspect he may have been shot. Let's begin and see what we discover. All right, we have this entry gunshot wound here, the left chest.
You got shot in the heart.
Almost palpate a bullet back over here. We'll start with a Y-shaped incision that runs from the top of the deltoid on either side. Gives us good neck exposure in the end. Take our incision along midline. In Britain, this is done midline all the way down. Okay, now we'll go through and cut the sternocleidomastoid muscle, sternoclavicular joints.
This is a real autopsy, definitely.
And the ligament between the first rib and the clavicle.
Chicken.
This is like
Rib.
Oops, scalp blade came off.
encourage you not to die.
Look at the blood, bro.
It's fascinating, though.
Yeah, like when it looks like.
You got a spasm.
It's an actual autopsy.
They cut it through the ribs, so.
It's on the body.
We're cutting through the rib cartilages.
They cut it through the ribs.
This guy's not very old. His rib cartilages are not yet turning to bone. Incidentally, this is where we pick up tool marks on stab wounds. If somebody's stabbed with a knife and it goes through this rib cartilage, it leaves microscopic details in that cartilage. Now, the sternum and rib cartilage have been removed and the internal organs are exposed for examination. Here we have the pericardial sac around the heart. At this point, we'll open that and look at the surface of the heart.
It's like a piece of meat, y'all.
The heart. That's the heart.
Together are specimens. Samples of body fluids are collected and sent to the crime lab for testing by other scientists. Tissue specimens are also taken from the major organs, and microscopic examinations can be performed on these. The tests may help reveal why the person died, perhaps showing drugs or poisons in their blood or organs, or they may suggest other contributing factors to the person's death.
Real autopsy. That's the heart there, and that's
We're squeezing blood out of the left ventricle back into the left atrium and kind of mixing it as we do it. This gives us a relatively good blood specimen for drug screens.
You're the doctor.
Say 2 bottles. One is preserved with sodium fluoride, one is not. Fluoride keeps enzymes in the blood from breaking down or metabolizing alcohol and many drugs. The bladder is very distended, so we'll be able to get urine there. Now that we've done this, we'll go back to the left chest. There's some blood back there, and lodged in between the 9th and 10th ribs.
Yeah.
We remove
The bullet.
a large caliber projectile, which is somewhat mushroom. It's a copper base, unjacketed. This bullet will be sent to the crime lab. If a suspect and a weapon are found, test bullets fired from the suspect's gun will be compared with the bullet from the victim's body. If there is a match, it is one more piece of evidence to connect the suspect to the murder. Elevate the heart and the lungs. And cut the aorta and the esophagus. Clip the pericardial sac. This is not uncommon with a, thank you, with a wound through the chest and through the center of the chest. The wound frequently enters the right ventricle of the heart because the right ventricle is really the front ventricle. And we have here a wound that we can see entering the right ventricle. We can take a blunt probe so that we don't make another wound track. And see that this wound has gone through the both the right and left ventricles of the heart, entering the left side of the heart, front side rather, and exiting the back of the left ventricle, just next to the posterior descending coronary. We have discovered that our victim died from a single gunshot wound to the heart made by a large caliber bullet. There was no indication of a knife wound. The autopsy would continue until all organs and body fluids have been examined and samples collected for further tests. Notes would be written and kept for later use. Since this was a murder case,